Hello, it's me, Lorenzo Buttram Hubbard. Hashtag the gay socialite. Hashtag the Brickell socialite. Hashtag the $1 million decorator. Hashtag why live anywhere else. I'm coming to you from my balcony here in Brickell. And I decided to make just a quick vlog today. And the reason I decided to make this vlog is because I get so many between Facebook and Instagram and just messages from people who are constantly posting about businesses closing. Okay, I have lived in other countries, in other cities other than Miami. One of the things that I have always said, and as a designer, as an architectural designer, I have always said that you cannot judge a city by how many businesses open, you judge it by how many close. And we live in a city here in Miami, absolutely. I can just look out from my balcony and see tower after tower after tower after tower after tower after tower being built. First of all, I don't know who's gonna live in all these places. I'm just telling you, as a person who's lived here for 10 years, and I just see an 84-story building and a 60-story building and a 60-story. Because I know why they're on TV talking about the economy is so good and all of this. Let me tell you something. I think they're full of boo-boo when they talk about how great the economy is doing, because I live in Miami, which is one of the wealthier cities here in the United States. And most of the people who live in Miami, who live in the wealthier cities, it takes 2 or 3 people to live in one apartment to pay the rent. A lot of the people can't afford to live in these apartments by themselves. It takes a husband and a wife to afford a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. Or it takes 3 or 4 single guys to afford a 3-bedroom condominium. They can't afford to live in that condominium on their own. This is a city where a drink is $20. And so basically you can go out in one night, and if you just have 3 or 4 cocktails, you can spend $100. It costs me $40, pretty much. If you go to the nicer movie theater in this area, it can be for one person $40 to go to the movie theater if you want a popcorn and a soda. So while they're saying that the economy is so great, I think that they're pulling the wool over your eyes, because the economy is so great for the people who have a lot of money. And I'm being mindful of everyone. Now, that said, I think that has a lot to do with part of the reason why so many businesses close. The other part of the reason is you guys that come here to Miami have absolutely no creativity at all. Just because you have money does not mean that you should be opening anything. Point said. Just because you have the financial ability to rent a building, to sign a lease, to open a business, does not mean that you have the creativity or the marketing background to be able to know what is going to be successful for that particular market. So we have people who are coming here from different parts of South America, Central America, from Eastern Europe, and from other parts of Europe, and they're all coming here and they all want to open the exact same type of business. I can go and walk around Brickell and I can find, maybe pick 10 different types of restaurants, and between Brickell, South Beach, downtown, and I guarantee you all of the restaurants that I will go to will fit inside of those 10. And then I can pick 3 different designs as far as the way that they look, and every club and every restaurant will look exactly the same, which says there is no creativity. I blame that partly on the owners. I also blame that on designers. I'm gonna shout this out, and you can be as mad as you want to be. I don't give a damn. But Miami, most major metropolitan cities, are cities where Anybody, especially, okay, let's just, for example, Miami. Almost every gay guy who doesn't have shit to do thinks that they can be an interior designer, or they know how to do makeup, or they know how to do, they're a stylist or whatever. Okay, let me tell you something. I'm an interior designer. Do not ask me to do your makeup because I am not a makeup artist. Do not ask me to do your hair because I am not a hairstylist. Do not ask me to make you an outfit because I am not a seamstress or a fashion designer. I write for fashion for men, and that means that I know what you should wear. That does not mean I know how to make it. We live in a city, unfortunately, where a lot of people who fit inside of my demographic, gay men, think that they know how to do every damn thing, and you don't. Pick something and stay in your lane. The same thing happens when it comes time to opening a club. If you are a club owner and you are someone who is bringing in the financial part of it, that does not mean that you know how to design it. That also does not mean that you know how to brand it. That also does not mean that you know how to market it. That means you have money, and you should stop right there. I have money, and now let me hire people who actually know what they're doing. And I think that we are in danger of imploding. Let's keep it real. Anytime, and I am one of the people who can go, and I am everywhere. But I'm also a person who spends a lot of time talking to everyone, from the bartenders, the barbacks, the managers, the bartenders. So I know all of these people, and I know why places close down. I know why when they open, I know what they were thinking. I know how many places I've gone, and immediately the management is telling me, we tried to tell the owner not to do this, but the owner won't listen to us. You know what happens? So many people who open, and first of all, I think we have some of the worst clubs that exist ever. Horrible. It looks like they were all designed by somebody that's about 4 feet tall and is planning to have a party in the island of Oopa Loopa. There, I'm gonna say it. They're so freaking tiny and nobody can move, and the furniture is so small. Horrible. But because I'm a designer and I didn't design some of these places, I'm gonna just let these people do whatever they did. They got paid for it, so let them do it. But what happens is a lot of time people are creating and designing for their friends. They're creating and designing for their family, not necessarily for the public. This is what happens to me, with me. And it doesn't matter, and you can talk to any of my clients from Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. You can talk to clients of mine from Jamaica. You can talk to clients of mine anywhere that I've been in the world, and they will all tell you the same thing. The first thing I tell them is, nobody cares what you like. If I am designing a particular business for an owner, and he has his opinions about, I like this, I like this, I like that. Nobody cares what you like. I'm not designing for you. I'm designing for the client. I'm designing for the clientele, not necessarily for you. And let's first decide what your demographic, because sometimes the type of business that they want to open, that's the wrong type of business, because there's already 10 of them in one block. So I just wanted to share for a quick second the importance of, especially in a city like Miami, that it is important to pay attention not only to how many places open, but also pay attention to how many places close. And then when these places close, why do they close? And pay attention to some of your servers and some of your bartenders, and look at how many of them you have seen work in 5 or 6. I know some personally where I have seen them work at 5 or 6 different places in 2 years. Not because they got fired, but because the place is closed down. You think that's good? So do your homework, If you're one of those people out there who has money to spend, and look at the people's portfolio. Let me say this. Look at people's portfolio, but don't just pay attention to their pictures. First of all, I'm going to say this in category, and once again, maybe I'm going to piss somebody off. I don't care. Pay attention to people's portfolios and their bio, more important than the portfolio. Because anybody can make a portfolio look good. Pay attention to their bio and the type of jobs that they have handled in the past. When I say the type of jobs, commercial, residential, high-end commercial, was it hospitality and entertainment? Pay attention to the type of jobs that they've handled in the past. And where have they handled these jobs? And what did they do for each one of these jobs when they were working with them? That's important. Also, pay attention if you're one of the people that are looking to hire. Don't hire somebody just because you think you're going to get some booty. Let me say that. Okay? Because you have a lot of guys out there that you're hiring, a lot of these, male or female, because I don't know what your sexual preference may be. But you're hiring designers based on the fact that you think that they're cute. Well, cute is not going to get your job done. Hello? So hire someone that you think, if you cannot, for me, for example, I've been in business for over 30 years. You can't find anyone that can say anything negative about me. The only thing I'm one of those people that, and this is it, I'm the type of person, my personality, you will either have people say, I love him, or I can't stand him. You will never hear anybody say he's okay. And when it comes to business, it's the same thing. You will not find anybody that was going to be able to say he's okay. And you won't be able to find anybody that says he's not good at what he does. Because you have to cross your T's and dot your I's. How does the person complete the job? Was it done on time? Was it done under budget or within budget? Did they even talk to you about a budget? Or did they just say yes, 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 yes to get you to sign on the dotted line? And after you sign on the dotted line, now the budget went out. You don't even know where it went. So, and for designers, be ethical. If it's more than what you know how to handle, be honest and say it's more than what I know how to handle. I do. There have been several projects here in Miami that I have been invited to be a part of. And I have said, this is not my forte. This is not my area of expertise. And I have referred it to someone else. I don't have a problem doing that because I would much rather get a job or lose a job telling the truth than to get one telling a lie. So it's much better for you to be ethical. If it's more than what you think you can handle, just be honest and tell people I don't have the experience for that. That's a little bit over my head, or I'm not equipped manpower-wise to be able to handle a job like that, than just being able to pad your pockets. So, once again, I'm Lorenzo Buttram Hubbard. Hashtag I'm Lorenzo Bitch. Hashtag the Brickle Socialite. Hashtag the Gay Socialite. Hashtag $1 Million Decorator. Hashtag why live anywhere else. And I hope you learned something today. And if you feel like you want to send a comment, you can do it. And if you don't want to send a comment, that's fine too. And if you're looking for a designer that actually knows what they're doing, there are plenty of us. And I'm at the top of the list. So I'll talk to you later. Kisses.